Deputies respond to a welfare check on a woman asleep in a stranded car at a gas station. What begins as a routine encounter over an empty gas tank quickly unravels when she casually mentions the vehicle's owner is in jail and the car might be reported stolen. While searching for her identification, officers uncover a stash of ammunition and multiple meth pipes. In a desperate, final bid to avoid handcuffs, she attempts to play the ultimate trump card, claiming she is a highly protected, top-secret DEA informant. If you're ready to watch a suspect try to outsmart law enforcement with a fabricated undercover identity and a masterclass in flawed street logic, do me a favor and smash that like button. Let's break down the legal and psychological chaos of this encounter.
Sheriff's office. Hey, how's it going?
I'm sorry. I've been waiting for somebody to send me money.
What's that?
I've been waiting on somebody to send me money because I ran out of gas.
You're out of gas? Do you remember being woken up this morning?
Yes, and I
Jeez, when you
fell
canceled
back
it.
asleep shortly after that. I'm so tired.
Where you from?
It's cold.
It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be bringing you some gas money.
Well, I'm supposed to be sending it on Cash App.
Okay. Do you need EMS for anything?
No.
What's that?
No.
No? Okay. Have you drank anything, took anything that made you pass out?
No, I just have been up for like 24 hours.
Yeah. Do you have an ID with you?
What happened to it?
Is there a gun in this bag?
No, there's not a gun here.
Okay. All right, well, in part told me there's ammo, so I just want to make sure there wasn't a gun in the bag itself.
The owner of this vehicle, the original owner of the vehicle, has it.
So you're not the registered owner?
Not at the moment, no.
What do you mean not at the moment?
Well, he went to jail a couple days ago.
For what?
I don't know, they had a warrant out of town. And said that basically he would be gone a while, so come in the title load and everything and keep on to it because he'd rather.
No, you can still look for your ID.
Mm-hmm.
You mind if I look in there and look for your ID?
Yeah, mine.
Okay. So you don't have a ID, driver's license, nothing?
My ID number, that helps.
Okay.
Ow.
I saw you're sitting on a car. There's something underneath you. Would that be it?
Does that look like an ID?
No, it's up underneath you. Not it? All right, what's your last name?
Last night I ran out of gas in Atmore.
How do you spell your last name?
Yeah.
C-A-R-C.
What is the? He falls asleep, so that it's like a crime now.
So what
I'm
is it?
tired.
C-A-R.
This is crazy.
What's your last name?
What have I done wrong?
What's your first name?
Can I get answered, please?
Well, I'm asking you for your name, because I got to make sure you're not one from anywhere. I got to make sure this vehicle's not
guess
stolen.
what? I had a cop last night come bring me gas. That's how I got here.
That was last night. We're here right now. So, are you a convicted felon or are you not a convicted felon?
I mean, I don't know how that works. They changed it.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Have you been charged with a felony and convicted of a
Is
felony?
that a felony, habitual driving?
What's that?
Is that a felony, habitual driving?
Well, it is a felony, but what matters is if you've been convicted of a felony.
What does that matter? What do you mean
Go and
that's what
step out for me,
matters?
okay? Step out.
What do you mean?
Step out the car. Go and step out.
Please talk to me.
We are, but we need you to step out.
Hey, it's not the extradited if you're talking about the Alberta.
Nope. Come on.
What happened? You said you were talking to me. Exactly.
Now, ain't nobody snatched on you. Go ahead, put your hands
Yes,
behind your
what
back for
are
me.
you doing?
Just put your hands behind your back for me.
No, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
Tonight for us.
That was such.
All right, so give me a second.
No, y'all need to tell me now.
No, he's gonna talk to me first, and then we'll talk to you.
I have rights too, you know.
Yes, ma'am, we do. And we're not violating your rights.
Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
You cannot detain me without telling me anything.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
No, you can't. As a matter of fact, you cannot.
You have it home. I'll make sure she ain't got none of her pockets.
I don't. You know, please tell me what's going on.
Well, right now, there's a report from back on the 19th, this car being stolen.
On the 19th, from the man that went to jail that told me to
Okay.
drive
This
it?
time, just
No,
I'm
you
just
cannot
telling you.
arrest me for this car. I was given this car.
we're trying
You want to see my text messages?
Just relax, okay? Right now, you're being detained.
The
Let's like
19th.
figure out what's going on with
When
this.
was the 19th? The owner of this vehicle.
Who is the owner?
Oh.
How do you know him?
I met him. I met him a while back.
Okay. All right. Start with
I met him. Oh yeah. Give me five. You need to call Sergeant Caleb, like right now.
Sergeant who?
Caleb.
Who's Sergeant Caleb?
Well, you'll know when you call the number. It's in my phone.
I'm not calling anybody.
You're supposed to. I'm supposed to tell you that.
You're supposed to tell me a sergeant.
All right, keep on. You're supposed to.
I'm not going to call Sergeant Caleb
Scabie County.
because I don't know a Sergeant Caleb.
Really, that's his first name.
Okay, well, I don't know people by their first name. We go by last names.
Well, I'll give you the phone number. I'm told to tell y'all to call him.
Roger that. How many freaking meth pipes can you find in one vehicle? Dude, these meth pipes don't stop. I've got two more back here. There's 1, 2 on the front, and then 4 right here. Okay.
I didn't still have anything. I was annoyed, so I don't have anything to do with it anyway, because I won't have it today, and y'all need to apologize.
If you're claiming it's yours, you're responsible for anything inside that
I
vehicle.
didn't say it was mine.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did?
Yes,
Or
you
did I
did.
say that someone told me to hold on to it while they went to jail?
Okay, if you're
That's
driving
fine.
it, you have possession of it, which means everything within said
Well, you
vehicle
need
is
to
yours.
please call the officer that I told you. Like you said, if you get in trouble, tell
All
them.
right.
to
You have
call
the right
me.
to remain silent.
Do you hear me?
Anything you say can be used against you in court.
You need to call this
You
guy
have the
first
right
and
to
figure
talk
out what's
to-
going on. Thank you.
You
very
have the
much.
right to talk to a
All right.
lawyer for advice where we ask you any questions and have him with you during questioning.
He's a
If
sergeant
you
of the
cannot
DEA
afford a
or something
lawyer,
like that.
one will be appointed to you
All
for
right.
any question if you wish. If you
What am I
decide to
being
answer
arrested
questions
for?
without a lawyer present, you
What am
will
I
still
being
have the right to
arrested
stop at
for?
any time. You also have the right to stop answering any time to speak to a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I just read to you?
No. What
All
are
right,
y'all arresting
I'll read them
me for?
again. You have the
I don't
right to remain
understand I don't
silent.
understand why I'm
If you will be
being
quiet, I'll read these
I
off
heard
so
you.
you can understand your rights.
I said
Okay?
I don't understand what I'm being arrested for.
All right. So
There's a title that
you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
I do. What am
All
I
right.
being arrested for?
Anything you say can be used
Look,
against you in court. Do you
I was
understand that?
specifically told by a guy way above your pay grade, buddy, that if you are ever in trouble, tell them to call me.
Well, good for him, whoever he is or she.
He's a sergeant of the DEA,
Oh, well, good for him.
so call
But
him.
he's not here.
He said to tell y'all to call him.
I'm
No
not
shit, he's
calling
not here.
So,
All right.
anything you say
Oh,
can be
y'all
used
are
against you in
so
court.
arrogant.
Do you understand that?
I understand you're done. This is so funny.
You have the right to talk
He
to a
told
lawyer
me
for advice
specifically
before
to
we
tell
ask
y'all,
you any
if you were in
questions and have
trouble,
them with any questions.
Can I speak to the other guy? See
No.
what he thinks?
No.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sir, you're supposed to call Sergeant Caleb for the DA. Thank you.
All right. Don't worry about it.
No, do worry about it. I was told if I was in trouble to call Sergeant of the DA. I have his phone number in my phone to tell y'all to call him. Caleb is his name.
If he wants to talk to us, he can.
No, how's he gonna know?
Time.
No, I'm not supposed
Do you want me
to
to read your rights to you? Yes or no?
Do you understand?
Right.
Oh my God.
I don't care if you're a CI.
But
I don't care.
Okay, you're gonna care.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You committed a crime by having crap in your vehicle that you shouldn't have in there, okay?
Of people that I was watching.
And if you are a CI, you're a pretty crappy CI because you're not supposed to tell us you're a CI.
I didn't tell you I was a CI.
Yes, you did.
Put words in my mouth, bitch. Do you not realize you can't charge me for either? I don't know what anything. If I stole it,
it was in your bag that
it wasn't in my bag.
that you were looking for your ID in.
Because I looked through everything because that was in my bag. Look, either I stole the car and I'm not responsible.
To truly appreciate the absurdity of this arrest, we have to examine the fascinating intersection of desperate street logic, psychological grandiosity, and the unyielding mechanics of criminal law. We are watching a suspect try to outmaneuver multiple felony charges using legal theories that only exist in the minds of the chronically impaired. Let's start with the legal cornerstone of her defense, which is an absolutely hilariously flawed interpretation of criminal liability. Once the officers find the drugs, the ammunition, and confirm the vehicle is stolen, she attempts to trap the cops in a perceived legal paradox. She argues that the police must choose. Either she stole the car, meaning the illegal items inside belong to the original owner, or the items are hers, but they can't charge her with both. This is a profound misunderstanding of constructive possession. In the eyes of the law, if you are the sole occupant and operator of a vehicle, you are in constructive possession of everything within your immediate dominion and control. The legal system does not cancel out your drug charges just because you happen to commit grand theft auto to acquire the rolling stash house. You absolutely can, and will, be charged with stealing the car and possessing the contraband inside it. Furthermore, her status as a convicted felon adds a massive layer of severity to the stop. In the United States, a convicted felon is strictly prohibited from possessing a firearm, but many people forget that this law also applies to ammunition. A single loose bullet rolling around in a purse or a cup holder is enough to trigger a standalone felony charge for a restricted person. Psychologically, her behavior is a textbook display of grandiose delusion triggered by impending consequences. When she realizes she is backed into a legal corner with no escape, she breaks out the DEA informant persona. She drops a vague name, Sergeant Caleb, and insists she operates above the pay grade of the street-level deputies arresting her. This is a fascinating ego defense mechanism. Rather than accepting the reality that she is a person caught sleeping in a stolen car full of meth pipes, her brain constructs an alternate reality where she is a vital asset to a federal intelligence agency. It is a desperate attempt to regain power and status in a situation where she has been stripped of both. The officer's deadpan response, pointing out that actual confidential informants don't loudly announce their status to uniformed patrol cops, instantly shatters the illusion. Once placed in the back of the squad car, she pivots from grandiosity to severe psychological projection. She watches the officers outside discussing the charges and immediately begins shouting that they are the ones lying, conspiring, and acting illegally. By accusing the police of backpedaling and conducting an illegal search, she is externalizing her own guilt. It is far easier for her fragile ego to process a narrative where she is the victim of a corrupt police conspiracy than to accept accountability for driving a stolen vehicle with a pocket full of narcotics paraphernalia. Sociologically, this video offers a grim snapshot of the chaotic, transient reality generated by the addiction cycle. The suspect admits she has been awake for 24 hours, is stranded waiting for a digital cash transfer, and is driving a vehicle belonging to an associate who was recently incarcerated. It highlights a deeply unstable subculture where individuals bounce from one crisis to the next, operating entirely outside the boundaries of the traditional social contract. It also illustrates the immense burden placed on modern law enforcement, who are routinely called to deal with simple nuisance complaints, like a car blocking a gas pump, only to find themselves untangling a web of stolen property, hard narcotics, and federal weapons violations. Monroe County, New York. A routine traffic stop turns into a massive ethics scandal when the driver caught speeding happens to be the local district attorney. After blowing past an officer at 55 in a 35 miles per hour zone, the DA ignores his lights and sirens, drives all the way to her own garage, and throws an absolute temper tantrum. Instead of taking the ticket like a normal citizen, She repeatedly flashes her badge, ignores lawful orders to stay by her car, and even calls the local police chief directly to try and get the patrol officer to back off. If you're ready to watch one of the most blatant, career-imploding displays of rules for thee but not for me ever caught on Bodycam, do me a favor and smash that like button. Let's break down the legal and psychological disaster of this encounter.
DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call Dennis.
Can you please come over here? This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
Can you please tell him to leave me alone?
Officer Christopher, can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Just go away.
Hello, sir. Good. Ma'am, can you please stay at the back? This is legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here?
No. Hey, baby, get your little guy out of here.
Sir, I stopped her for going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
On Phillips Road.
And she failed to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you just
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my fucking house. Here.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
Just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
You're being an asshole.
How am I being an asshole?
I am the DA of Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but that doesn't give you a right
And
to
I
go
was-
55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I
don't
understand
really
that,
care.
ma'am.
I don't really
understand
care.
that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just don't understand the hostility. I understand
No,
you're
I
coming home
understand
from
why you're
work.
making- And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis, telling him, why are you pulling me over?
You're not even supposed to be on the phone to begin with. You should
yes.
know that.
On hands-free? Absolutely.
Okay.
You should know the law.
Okay? If it is hands-free, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20
Okay.
miles over the speed limit.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
Okay, I'm just doing my
I would
job.
get
If
in
you
front of
pulled,
the-
if you pulled over when you saw my lights, which obviously you did,
I thought you were going somewhere else because I thought no one would ever pull a black SUV if you ran my plates.
I didn't
Find
run
out.
your plate. I just called your plate out. And then I'm following you because you're not stopping. So I had to take the air from dispatch.
Just please.
953. You can have the air back, by the way. Just come outside over here.
No, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you just to leave.
Well, I'm having a supervisor come because that's what my chief told me to do. Do you have your driver's license?
I just showed you my driver.
You show me your badge.
With EMS, a 14-year-old having a seizure, 200 East River Road.
And I was
She's
just
part of
trying
it. She's
to-
the DA.
Yep, I know.
And I was just trying to pull into my driveway. I was on
Okay.
the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that
Listen,
I'm almost home?
Ma'am, I understand you were going home, but I started my lights back at Phillips Road.
Hey, on Phillips Road, yes,
Yes.
you did, and there are other cars.
I was right behind you, directly behind you. At the end,
Go ahead, like,
listen,
you wanna,
at the
like
end
I
of the
said,
day,
Go ahead, if you want to write me a traffic ticket, that's fine.
okay, at the end of the day, I was stopping you for speed. If you
I've
just
had a
stopped.
really bad day. I've been dealing with
And I get it. And I get it. We have bad days also, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
We have bad days also.
My license back?
I'm gonna just add it to the job real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
At the end of the day, I was just making a traffic stop, doing my job, what I was supposed to do.
Well, fine. Thank you.
Okay? So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go from there.
Supervisor's coming out here.
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it. Like, I get it. We all have bad days at work.
And I'm gonna go in the house. Seriously, this is ridiculous.
No, this is a traffic stop, and you, out of everyone, should know that if there's a legal traffic stop, which I have the right to detain you until this is done.
Then just write me the fucking ticket. I really don't care.
Okay. Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Because I'm the one that's gonna prosecute myself.
I
You know what I'll do with the ticket?
Okay. Just come out here for me and just stand.
I'm not walking out there. He turned around. I didn't know if it was me. I wasn't sure because there were other cars going back and forth. Then I got to turning into the field press, and I'm like, I'm just going to drive home. And that's what I did. So I did. So then I got on the phone with Dennis. I don't know. Even before I turned, when I turned in and said, you know, it's me that they're stopping. Just tell them it's me.
I would advise against that. I mean, you're supposed to pull off to the side of the road if somebody with their emergency lights is coming behind you anyways.
Yeah, I just.
Corey, it's fine. Just, we're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come on. Just.
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day. You called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm gonna call him again. Seriously.
I get that she came home. I mean, obviously, if I just trying to
sense. I explained that to her. It makes no sense to you.
She came home. She failed to stop. I mean, it's a arrestable offense. I'm not trying to arrest the DA of the county, but also I don't want to not do my job and not at least write her something. So
No, I get it. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna.
I'll at least write her the freaking going 55 and a 20. At the end of the day, I got discretion whether or not.
No, I get it. I understand.
So, all right, ma'am. So I'm issuing you speed in zone 55 and a 35.
That's fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay. At the end of the day, if you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle is not stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety, so I make it home at the end of the day. Okay?
I apologize, but
I'm sorry that you had a bad day.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry it went this way, but I do respect what you do. Have a good day, man.
Let's be real for a second. To truly grasp the magnitude of this meltdown, we have to look way beyond a simple speeding violation. What we are witnessing is the literal HD-recorded embodiment of the two-tiered justice system that everyday citizens constantly complain about. It's a fascinating and frankly infuriating collision of extreme entitlement, professional hubris, and a complete breakdown of legal ethics. From a legal standpoint, her behavior is astonishingly bad. First off, failing to yield to a marked police vehicle with activated emergency lights isn't just a minor oversight. In most jurisdictions, that heavily flirts with fleeing and eluding, which is an arrestable offense. And what on earth makes a top-tier lawyer think her garage is a legal sanctuary? A lawful traffic stop doesn't magically evaporate just because you make it to your driveway. This isn't a game of tag where you touch your house, yell base, and the cops have to leave. But the absolute peak of the legal absurdity is her smug remark that she will be the one prosecuting her own ticket. That is a blindingly obvious conflict of interest. She is actively using her government position to secure an unwarranted personal privilege, basically saying the quiet part out loud, I am the law, so the law doesn't apply to me. Psychologically, we are watching a textbook case of status shock. As the actual district attorney, she lives in a professional bubble where police officers literally work at her direction. She commands absolute deference. So, when a patrol cop has the audacity to treat her like just another civilian who couldn't obey a speed limit sign, her ego completely short-circuits. She suffers a massive narcissistic injury. To cope, she aggressively tries to pull rank and re-establish the food chain. She flashes her badge like a VIP club pass, talks down to him, and tries to use her stressful workday, I've been dealing with 3 murders, as a blanket excuse for reckless driving. Newsflash. Having a tough day at the office doesn't legally entitle you to treat a residential street like the Autobahn. Sociologically, this body cam footage is pure poison to public trust. It showcases an insulated ruling class that fully expects to operate above the rules they enforce on everyone else. Notice how she gets on her cell phone to call the local police chief while actively blowing off his patrol officer? That right there is the elite playbook. It is backdoor networking designed to bypass the social contract. She fully expected her high-level connections to radio down to the street level and bail her out of a consequence. Honestly, the officer deserves a medal for his composure. He didn't bow to her title, he didn't get rattled by her temper tantrum, and he didn't let her intimidate him out of doing his job. The DA traded her professional reputation and the integrity of her entire office just because she didn't want to deal with a traffic ticket. The aftermath. As for how this all played out, well, the internet remains undefeated. After the Bodycam footage went nuclear, Dorley faced a massive wave of public backlash and a barrage of ethics investigations. She eventually pled guilty to the speeding ticket, paying a whopping $183 fine, which ironically, she did not prosecute herself. The Monroe County Office of Public Integrity officially ruled that she violated the county code of conduct by trying to score unwarranted privileges. But the real consequences caught up with her in July 2025. Facing a public censure from the State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct, Dorley finally read the room, admitting, "It's time for me to go," and announced she would be vacating her position. She sold her house in Webster and prepared for retirement. It turns out that trying to pull rank on a patrol cop in your own garage is a fantastic way to expedite your own resignation.